I'm here with
Tom Agins.
We're
with New Testament Church out of Messina, New York. We're down here. We come down to Nysum in Long Island City. They're New York State Urban Missions, and we come down there and we split up into groups, and we've been breaking out all over the place, delivering water. We actually got a truck and a trailer that's right full of construction equipment. We've been ripping out cellars and drywalls for people down in Staten Island. We're out here with family, just doing the same thing. Doing God's work, fellas.
Now tell us, where'd you get the water? Where'd you get all
the water?
Supplies?
Came from donations throughout the country, actually. That all come in. Yep. We brought down a bunch from upstate New York and just gave them out all over the place, like you guys are doing here, setting up cooking stations and just giving back to the people where it's needed.
You know what? Maybe I kind of gave a lot out. We did, okay.
Okay. My wife is right up there. She walked right up. 15 feet of water. 15.
So how you been pulling it back together?
I had to swim in the water to get my kids out to go and take them to the shelter in Flushing. In Flushing and Queens College. That's where they went to.
That's crazy. Everybody's safe now, though.
Yeah, they safe. I brought them back home. No vandalism, thank God. They didn't get in my house at all. What do you got here? Cleaning supplies, baby stuff, gasoline for the generator.
You went to see me last night,
Going through it.
Is the community coming together?
Yes. Everybody's working together. I'm surprised. This is for Rockaway. I'm dead surprised.
Hot food at the circle. So you want some?
Oh, yeah.
If you want to get a bite to eat right there.
That's fantastic.
And we also got garbage bags and water and all
Okay,
that
thank you
stuff.
very much. The food would be good. Okay.
Yeah. How you doing? Okay?
Good.
Okay.
Waiting for electrician on Tuesday. That would be to do the panels, so it's good.
Good.
All right, and thank you for all
No. Good luck.
All right, don't.
How have you felt after the recovery process? Has the community come together?
This community is wonderful. Neighbors helping, and really, other than sanitation, for the first few days, it was us helping each other. A lot of relief people came later, but initially, I know that other places maybe have more. It was whatever. We were here for each other though, and it was tremendous. And her brother came down from Maine right away. Loaded his truck up with, his car with everything he could, and everybody was just here for each other. What's
the general emotion right now?
People are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now. There were periods, the initial, everybody jumped into overdrive, and was just going on adrenaline. And then there was a little bit of a crash when things seemed, like a week out, we thought, oh my God, we didn't think after a week we'd still be like this. And then a few days ago, all of a sudden, all these power companies came from out of town and started to really, but sanitation was here and here and here and here, like day after day after day after day. And, our front lawn it was like snow. It was probably like 18 inches of sand on our front lawn. And then it got piled like snow drifts. It was incredible. And cars, the neighbor's house, 5 doors up, her car ended up in front of our house, carried by the ocean.
Did everybody...
It was right here up on our lawn at the bottom of the
Was everybody safe? Anybody hurt?
Well, like I said, the man in that house died. The neighbors were looking in on him, and from the house next door. And then the next time they went back, he wasn't there anymore, and they thought he had, had left. But he had actually drowned in his basement. He lived alone. So that was, other than, I know I've heard of other people who not like Staten Island, had a large number of deaths. There's a different type of housing there, I think, but you'll see a house up the street that's built on a slab, like on the ground. Their first floor is on the ground, and their whole front went in.
So what have you been seeing and experiencing out here?
Well, I came out here last Saturday, and we were just helping families getting all the debris and things out of their homes, especially out of the basements, because everything's ruined. So taking that out for them, and then there's a lot of sand, so we're removing sand and trying to get everything out of the place.
What's the overall emotion like? I mean, have you interacted with the homeowners?
Yeah, a lot. Especially last week. A lot of them just wanted to tell their story and be heard. But they're really bonding together. It's a strong community, and they're really working with each other. And I just think that it's probably bringing them closer together. Going through a tragedy like this.
What can I get you? Anything? Fine. Peace, brother, man.
Thanks very much.
Hey, how you doing? Good.
Until they die down. Do we have a spatula? Yeah, do we have a spatula, anyone? All right, we're cooking over here. As you see over here, we're cooking me some Bubba Burgers. Helping out the people in the need over here. Jerry, my boy Jerry right here. I was cooking. With a bunch flipping burgers, flipping buns, as you see in here. Look at that. Nice and warm. Everyone around us getting warm.
Right now, I gotta bring all this stuff upstairs to the 3rd floor where I live, so I'll just eat, bring this upstairs, and maybe I'll come back. But anyway, have a good day.
Can you tell us your names and your Bosco parents and what we're doing here?
We are Don Bosco parents. We have our son John graduated in
04.
And we have Chris Skolnick that will be graduating in 6.
Well, he's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
Right.
And I'm Dana Wiseman. This is John Wiseman. Go.
Dana decided that she wanted to help out, and so we had access to some resources, and but the biggest
this
resource
is how it really started. Can I interrupt? I'm getting pumped.
This is how it works, right?
This is really what happened. So we had a power outage for 11 days, and the boys were home, and they were pretty unhappy, and they were asking for Wii games.
And so our boys are 2 years old and 8
and 14. Yeah. And so they really didn't understand what was going on in the world. So we decided to go ring doorbells and ask for donations for the victims of Hurricane Sandy. And people have been incredibly generous, and they have given us money, food, underwear.
And in Franklin Lakes, that's quite big, because no one ever knocks on doors randomly in Franklin Lakes. These houses are, a mile up the hill.
Yeah,
so
2 acres away.
She's
no
ringing
kidding.
on the door.
But it was so it started out as a life lesson for the boys, and it has transpired into what I think is a remarkable...
the mothers of Franklin Lake and Mawar and this Wyckoff, we've prepared hundreds of meals, right? And you can see this is our second truck full, and we actually dropped another truck down at Breezy Point earlier in the day.
Yeah.
And this is all just coming from word of mouth from Dana and another woman really have pushed it, but it's really been Facebook and
moms just trying to help
moms
moms that are less fortunate. Really.
Everybody just helping out, yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about the Bosco kids that came out today?
The Bosco kids are awesome. They are the most well-mannered, hardworking, smartest students ever, and they're great. They're helping, they're serving, they're barbecuing, they're handing out supplies. They're the best. We love them. We're blessed to have them.
My mother-in-law grew up in Breezy Point, or had a place in Breezy Point, so there's a lot of connections to this area for us as children, really, and teenagers. And then
I grew up coming to the beaches out here. I have friends that have lost their homes in Breezy that I went to high school with,
and my brother Matthew has a friend who is active down here as well, and so she kind of guided us to where we could best serve, and so then we just started coming down, assembling the stuff and coming down and
And that's it. We just want to try to
help out wherever we can. You know, we're blessed, and if you look, you know, what's going on behind you there, these people are not so blessed. That's like 5. That's a big. Hold on. How many pounds? Big. All right, let me see.
How do you know about Don Bosco?
I went to Salesian Junior Seminary from 1978 to 1981. You know, it was one of the best experiences of my life. I'll never forget it. Unfortunately, it's closed now. I know it closed many years ago.
You know Father Jim User?
Father Jim User still is a very good friend of mine. He married me and my wife Karen. We're still married in 1987. We just celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary. She's not here with me in Rockaway today. She's in Toledo, Ohio with our daughter.
So you live around here, and how have you been affected by this?
I live right down the block. I've been without power since this happened. I was one of the lucky ones. I only lost my car. Some piece of property, you know, nothing. I am truly the lucky one. I live in a co-op on the 3rd floor, so even my apartment is emerged virtually unscathed. But, you know, staying across the bridge at a friend's house while, you know, no heat, no hot water, no power, you know.
Communities coming together?
It's fantastic. I try to come down as often as I can. I usually come down in the morning, and it's you know, there's a lot of work to be done. It's just devastating, the loss. I mean, the people have lost their houses, their lives, everything. You know, I'm the lucky one. I really am. And it's great to see so many people. It's fantastic. Everyone's been helping everybody. If they have something, they'll give somebody to this guy who don't have something. It's just been great.
Hey, thank you so much.
Sure.
Thanks.
Hey, Father Jim, I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to call you.
Thanks.
I got your number.
Baby powder too?
Do you have a more baby powder? What size do you look? 32?
A friend of mine lives out here, Charlie Barkley, and he lives on 133rd Street and Beach Channel. And all I was doing, watching the news, and I couldn't take it no more. Rockaway, Far Rockaway is all underwater and everything. So I told my young son, my 10-year-old, I gotta go rescue my friend and his daughter and his kids. So I went to my brother's house, 133rd Street and Rockaway Boulevard in Queens, Ozone Park, and we got the water pumps, the big ones, the big boy. They call it the Green Monster, and the generators. And we came over here and we started pumping them out. He had 13 feet of water going to his kitchen from the basement, going to his kitchen. He had a layer of water in his kitchen. So we started pumping. Then all of a sudden, his neighbors across the street, how much you charge, you know, to pump us out, blah, blah. We're going to charge you cheap, but we're not going to rip you off because other people are ripping people off and they're not finishing the job. They're leaving a foot of water and we got to come and finish their job. So, you know, it's a shame people out here scamming people. Like I say, I'm an iron worker. I got all my license and everything. My name is Mr. Ramos, Hector Ramos. My last name is Ramos. And I'm here with my brother and my cousin and my friend Charlie. And we're trying to help everybody else as much as we can. You know, I've been here since day one, and I just go 15 hours a day, then I go home and come back. 6 in the morning, I'm back here again. It's unbelievable, you know what I'm saying? But it's like we got bombed over the sky, you know, over there. But you can't believe it. If you go to Breezy Point, forget it, it's gone.
And you're out of, where are you from?
I'm an iron worker.
But you're from?
I'm from Brooklyn. I live in Brooklyn, you know?
Okay.
So every time I come over here and hang out with my 580 guys, my union guys, you know, we help people out and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
My name is Andrew Stevens. I'm the National Director of Field Operations. What Team Rubicon is, we're a veteran service organization that takes the skills that veterans and military veterans learned in Iraq, Afghanistan, repurpose those into disaster relief humanitarian aid. So we have about 150 vets on the ground, and we've been here since prior to the storm hitting. We had a similar division over in New Jersey as well, doing this work. Normally we deploy out and we keep our teams intact. You know, high speed, low drag. They go in, they take care of, you know, restoring lifelines, search and rescue, debris clearing, mucking out homes. But this area has been so heavily damaged that we've established pretty much a central hub for coordination of all the spontaneous volunteers. I mean, last weekend was Veterans Weekend, so
you had thousands of spontaneous volunteers, concerned citizens from the communities wanting to come down and help. What we do is we provide them that command and control structure. We assign the work orders. We got recon teams that identifying where the work needs to be done. So then like a group like this, see them all in the mask right there, they came in from their own company and they say, hey, we're here to help. We funnel them down here. We provide them with the structure, the safety equipment. We walk them through the job of how to do it properly, so people aren't going in and shotgunning a home and saying, okay, you're done, and then a week later you got mold climbing through the roof. And then through that leadership, they're safe. And we provide transportation, everything, all the tools as well.
I don't know. Have you noticed any comments from any of the vets who may be, returning from service and kind of like, well, they were abroad defending the country, and here they are at home defending the country.
Exactly, and that's one of the reasons why it works so well. You take out the violence and someone trying to kill you. A natural disaster looks very similar to a war zone, same type of chaos, and that's why we're so good at providing that. And also the veterans, these are guys that weren't drafted. They've had a dedication to their country, they want to serve, and when they get out, they have they want to continue that service. And providing them that outlet, where now people are crying on their shoulders. It does amazing work. And really, that's why we started as a disaster service organization that used some high-speed veterans. We now turned into a veteran service organization that can reach out. We have 7,000 volunteers now in our database, and it really empowers them to just become like leaders within their community.
Basically, yeah, all the food is free. We're not charging anybody a dime. We're giving it out, it's coming out of our boss's pocket. So yeah,
everybody's happy when they get free food?
Yeah, we've actually had a lot of customers come back and go, this food tastes really good. Where are you guys located? Because they want to come and visit us in the city.
Yeah, I get on my knees and I start crying.